The area where blood donation takes place falls under the International Building Code, specifically Chapter 517, which pertains to medical facilities. This chapter contains requirements for the design, construction, and alteration of medical facilities, including hospitals, clinics, and outpatient facilities. Section 517.2 outlines the scope and purpose, stating that Chapter 517 applies to facilities used for the provision of healthcare services, including outpatient facilities. Section 517.4 provides definitions, clarifying that an outpatient facility is a facility where medical services are provided on an ambulatory basis, and the patient is not admitted for an overnight stay. Therefore, a blood donation area is considered an outpatient facility. The design, construction, and alteration of this area must comply with the requirements of International Building Code Chapter 517. Several specific requirements of Chapter 517 may be applicable. Firstly, accessibility is crucial, ensuring that the facility is usable by individuals with disabilities. Secondly, egress must be considered, providing safe and efficient means of exit in case of an emergency. Thirdly, electrical systems must be designed and installed to meet the specific needs of a medical environment. Fourthly, lighting is essential, providing adequate illumination for procedures and patient comfort. Fifthly, ventilation systems must ensure proper air quality and infection control. Sixthly, fire protection measures are necessary to safeguard occupants and prevent the spread of fire. Seventhly, plumbing systems must meet the requirements for hygiene and sanitation. Additionally, other codes and standards may also be applicable. One such standard is NFPA 99, the Healthcare Facilities Code, which provides comprehensive requirements for various aspects of healthcare facilities. Another applicable standard is the OB standards for blood banks and transfusion services, which outlines specific requirements for blood donation and transfusion procedures. It's important to consult with qualified professionals such as architects, engineers, and code consultants to ensure full compliance with all applicable requirements. They can provide guidance on specific design and construction considerations, as well as navigate the complex regulatory landscape. Understanding and adhering to these code requirements is crucial for ensuring the safety, functionality, and accessibility of blood donation areas. Failure to comply with these regulations can result in delays, fines, or even legal action. Let's delve into some specific areas within the building code that would apply. Regarding accessibility, the Americans with Disabilities Act, often called the ADA, sets the standard. This dictates accessible routes, widths, turning spaces, and reach ranges. The blood donation chairs themselves must meet accessibility requirements, offering adjustable heights or transfer options. For egress, the code mandates the number and width of exits based on occupancy load. The arrangement of exits must ensure easy access and avoid dead ends. Emergency lighting must be provided to illuminate exit pathways during power outages. Electrical systems must be designed to meet the specific demands of medical equipment. Essential electrical systems, such as backup generators, are required to maintain power to critical equipment during power failures. Grounding and bonding are crucial to prevent electrical hazards. Lighting levels must be appropriate for various tasks, such as blood collection and patient monitoring. Glare should be minimized to prevent eye strain. Emergency lighting should be provided in all critical areas. Ventilation systems must provide adequate air exchange to remove airborne contaminants and maintain air quality. Filtration systems may be required to remove pathogens. Temperature and humidity control are important for patient comfort and infection control. Fire protection measures include fire-resistant construction, fire suppression systems, and fire alarm systems. Smoke detectors must be installed throughout the building. Fire extinguishers must be readily accessible. Plumbing systems must provide adequate water supply for hand washing and equipment sterilization. Backflow prevention devices are required to prevent contamination of the water supply. Waste disposal systems must be designed to handle medical waste safely. Regarding NFPA 99, It classifies healthcare facilities based on the level of risk to patients. It provides detailed requirements for electrical safety, gas systems, and fire protection. It also addresses infection control and environmental safety. The OBS standards for blood banks and transfusion services outlines requirements for donor screening, blood collection, processing, storage, and transfusion. It addresses quality control and record keeping. It also covers personnel qualifications and training. The specific requirements for a blood donation facility will vary depending on its size, complexity, and the services it provides. It is essential to consult with qualified professionals to determine the applicable requirements and ensure compliance. Furthermore, local amendments to the building code may exist, adding further constraints or requirements. Staying abreast of these local regulations is critical. In addition to the items previously mentioned, it is useful to consider some key features. The placement and orientation of the blood donation areas should optimize natural light while minimizing glare. Sound absorption materials can reduce noise levels and improve patient comfort. Interior finishes should be durable, easy to clean, and resistant to microbial growth. Color scheme should be calming and aesthetically pleasing. Attention to detail can create a welcoming and comfortable environment for donors and staff. Regular inspections and maintenance are crucial to ensure that all systems are functioning properly and that the facility remains in compliance with applicable codes and standards. Proper documentation of inspections, maintenance, and repairs is essential. Training staff on safety procedures and emergency protocols is critical. Furthermore, it is beneficial to foster a culture of safety within the facility. Encourage staff to report any safety concerns or potential hazards. Implement a system for tracking and addressing safety issues. Regularly review and update safety protocols to ensure that they are effective. Collaborating with local fire departments and emergency medical services can enhance preparedness for emergencies. Conducting drills and simulations can help staff practice emergency procedures. By prioritizing safety and compliance, blood donation facilities can provide a safe and comfortable environment for donors and staff. This contributes to the success of blood donation programs and the well-being of the community. In summary, compliance with building codes, standards, and regulations is essential for blood donation facilities. Addressing accessibility, egress, electrical systems, lighting, ventilation, fire protection, and plumbing is required. Consulting with qualified professionals is crucial for ensuring compliance and creating a safe and functional environment. Remember that a holistic approach that considers all aspects of the facility from design to maintenance is key to success. Always prioritize safety and create a culture of compliance within the organization. Staying informed about changes to codes and standards is also essential, so maintain professional relationships and subscribe to related newsletters. Take all necessary steps to ensure a safe and functional blood donation area that serves the community well. Now let's consider some specific examples of how these codes and standards might apply in practice. For example, consider the requirement for accessible routes. The path from the entrance of the building to the blood donation area must be accessible to individuals with disabilities. This includes providing ramps or elevators where necessary, ensuring that doorways are wide enough to accommodate wheelchairs, and providing accessible restrooms. Similarly, the blood donation chairs themselves must be accessible. This might involve providing chairs with adjustable heights or transfer options. It might also involve providing assistance to individuals who need help getting into or out of the chairs. Regarding egress, the code mandates the number and width of exits based on the occupancy load of the blood donation area. The arrangement of exits must ensure easy access and avoid dead ends. Emergency lighting must be provided to illuminate exit pathways during power outages. Exit signs must be clearly visible and properly illuminated. Regarding electrical systems, the code requires that the systems be designed to meet the specific demands of medical equipment. Essential electrical systems, such as backup generators, are required to maintain power to critical equipment during power failures. Grounding and bonding are crucial to prevent electrical hazards. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical systems are essential to ensure their safety and reliability. Regarding lighting, lighting levels must be appropriate for various tasks such as blood collection and patient monitoring. Glare should be minimized to prevent eye strain. Emergency lighting should be provided in all critical areas. The lighting system should be designed to provide adequate illumination while minimizing energy consumption. Regarding ventilation, ventilation systems must provide adequate air exchange to remove airborne contaminants and maintain air quality. Filtration systems may be required to remove pathogens. Temperature and humidity control are important for patient comfort and infection control. The ventilation system should be designed to minimize noise levels. Regarding fire protection, fire-resistant construction, fire suppression systems, and fire alarm systems are essential. Smoke detectors must be installed throughout the building. Fire extinguishers must be readily accessible. Fire drills should be conducted regularly to ensure that staff are familiar with emergency procedures. Regarding plumbing systems, the code requires that the systems provide adequate water supply for hand washing and equipment sterilization. Backflow prevention devices are required to prevent contamination of the water supply. Waste disposal systems must be designed to handle medical waste safely. The plumbing system should be designed to minimize water consumption. By carefully considering these specific examples, you can gain a better understanding of how the codes and standards apply in practice. Remember to consult with qualified professionals to ensure that your blood donation facility meets all applicable requirements. A key part of any successful effort in this domain is documentation. Maintain meticulous records of all design decisions, construction activities, inspections, and maintenance procedures. This documentation can be invaluable in demonstrating compliance with applicable codes and standards. It can also be helpful in resolving any disputes that may arise. Consider implementing a digital record-keeping system to streamline the process and ensure that all relevant information is readily accessible. Another key element to consider is staff training. Ensure that all staff members are properly trained on safety procedures, emergency protocols, and the proper use of equipment. Regular refresher training should be provided to keep staff up to date on the latest requirements. Consider implementing a competency-based training program to ensure that staff members have the necessary skills and knowledge to perform their jobs safely and effectively. In addition to complying with codes and standards, it is also important to consider the comfort and well-being of donors and staff. Create a welcoming and comfortable environment by paying attention to details such as lighting, noise levels, and temperature. Provide amenities such as comfortable seating, refreshments, and entertainment. By creating a positive experience for donors and staff, you can help to ensure the success of your blood donation program. Finally, remember that compliance with codes and standards is an ongoing process. Codes and standards are constantly evolving, so it is important to stay up to date on the latest requirements. Regularly review your facility and procedures to ensure that they continue to meet applicable standards. Consider joining professional organizations and attending industry events to stay informed about the latest developments in the field. Remember, building codes are intended to protect life, therefore are an essential part of any building.